as you know, I'm the chairman of UBI, World TV. UBI's charter or business is to ensure in bringing the best ethnic channels for migrants that have migrated to Australia from different parts of the world. One of the countries that we try to service here in Australia to the best of our ability is Turkey. And we try to service the Turkish community by bringing the best channels from Turkey to Turkish that have made Australia their home. For many years now, we have managed to obtain and get the best channels for the Turkish community here in Australia. Together with these best channels, we tried to service the needs of the Turkish community at large, including the youth who love soccer, and we all do love soccer. For quite a number of years, we have dealt and have done business with an organization in Turkey called DigiTurk. DigiTurk is a pay TV operator that is not indifferent than Foxtel here in Australia. It's a subscription television business in Turkey catering for the 27 million homes of Turkey, and also for all those Turkish that live obviously in Germany and across Europe. Most people that are in Turkey are fanatical soccer lovers. And in Europe, that also applies. So when DigiTurk goes out and obtains the right to be able to show on its pay TV platform its soccer, it pays a lot of money for it. However, it does get those returns for what they pay through their subscribers in Turkey and, to a lesser extent, in Europe. My understanding is that DigiTurk today could have as many as 1.4 million subscribers to its service. I cannot confirm these figures, but they are what I currently could find. I cannot also tell you whether the 1.4 million subscribers or homes in Turkey that subscribe to DigiTurk are also subscribing to see the likes of Lig TV. I wanted to give you this as a background to understand how we work with broadcasters. We currently provide quite a number of Turkish channels, and we generally have arrangement with these channels to bring their content and their channels into Australia for the Turkish migrants that have come to this country. And in the majority of the cases, you will find that this is not propositions about us paying them money and taking their programming. It's a little bit more than that, because I personally have found that dealing with most Turkish stations have been compassionate and passionate and businesslike as well. Let me explain what I'm trying to say. When I go and see Canal D to bring Canal D to Australia, yes, they do want some license fees to bring that channel. They recognise that UBI that brings that channel to Australia would have to expend quite a bit of money to bring that channel to Australia and put it up on satellites and so on. These endeavours cost many hundreds of thousands of dollars. But the likes of Canal D is also mindful of the fact that they want their channel to be worldwide and available to their Turkish community no matter where they are in the world. And it's a balance between servicing the needs of the Turkish everywhere around the world and the money aspects. And that applies to the likes of ATV, Canal 7, and every other station that we do bring here to Australia from Turkey. Unfortunately, that has not been our dealing with DigiTurk, where their only focus has been money, money, and money. While we have agreements with all our Turkish channel providers to bring these channels to Australia for many years to come, our agreement with DigiTurk is a yearly or annual agreement, despite the fact that DigiTurk proclaimed to have the soccer right till the year 2010. They have always denied us the rights to reach agreement with them until their own rights run out. And therefore, on a yearly basis, we spend the majority of the time attempting to renegotiate as to how much money they intend to extort from us or put us to ransom with. It is unfortunate that while we try very much to try to service our Turkish community, I must inform you that Lig TV will be no longer on the platform of UBI, having regard to the monies that are required to be paid by us to DigiTurk for the season 2007-2008. I can tell you that in April this year, we tried to assess as to how many families that currently subscribe to our Turkish service would like to see Lig TV as well. And I can tell you from the substantial subscriber base that we have for the Turkish community, of course servicing all their needs, only a quarter subscribed with the addition of a payment of $9.95. A quarter of our sub-base wanted Lig. I can tell you that only 8 people since April this year wanted Lig on its own. That doesn't necessarily mean the passion is not here, but it's far less than the passion that exists in Turkey and in Europe. I can also tell you that if I am having regard to being held at ransom on the first day of the season, being today is my understanding, if I was to agree to what is required from me to pay, or from UBI to pay DigiTurk, then I would be paying as much as 4 times the amount of money I receive from the subscription, which then means I would actually have to charge everybody for DigiTurk around $40. That is not something that I am prepared to do, because I don't believe the Turkish community here should be held to hostage in being deprived from seeing their own soccer by paying as much as $40 just to make DigiTurk happy.